Yeah. Okay.
It's
So
fine.
yeah, we're all here. So we were gonna talk about a thing. We didn't have to talk about it, but
No, he wanted to talk about it.
here's the thing.
Mhm. It's
It
good. It's
look
good.
Oh,
Oh, it's
okay.
good.
oh,
So
wait
here's
a
the
second,
thing. Here's
wait
the
a second,
thing.
wait a second, wait a second. I forgot why I did that because my phone for some reason won't connect to Bluetooth, and so you're not in my ear, you're on speaker, and so it's probably being picked up by StreamYard too.
Okay.
So talk about echo.
But you can hear us though, right?
Huh?
But you can hear us, right?
I can hear you, yes, from
All right,
Messenger on
cool.
my phone.
All right, cool. Let's keep moving.
No, but what I'm saying is there's going to be an echo. Like, it's going to be weird on StreamYard now because my computer is going to be picking up my phone because my phone is on speaker. So
Oh,
give me a second
but
and let me see if I can
okay.
reconnect my
Okay.
Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. Bluetooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be using a
Bluetooth.
heat seat.
Yeah. I don't know if his phone has a.
This
I don't know if
took
his phone
forever to
has
set
a.
up, man.
It's.
I
I'm not
gotta
gonna
be at my
pretend
mom's here in
like
a
this.
minute.
This shit isn't.
Okay, all right, we're there. We're there.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
man, he
So
sounds so much
anyway,
better. He sounds so much
yeah,
better.
he does actually clear.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I was on speaker.
okay, so this conversation is supposed to be about some chick. I don't know these people.
I don't know her name.
I accidentally came across the video,
Literally,
and well, you know the guy's name. So if you know the guy's name, then you'll know who.
Stephen
who
G.
we're talking about.
Garzoga, Sargoza.
Okay.
Wow, that's
and
wrong.
mind you,
Yep.
I didn't even watch the entire video.
This
I
some
didn't.
bitch.
I didn't.
You
I
did?
didn't watch.
Really?
No, I didn't watch the entire. No,
bitch.
mind you, I didn't watch the entire video because
Have you
I
still
just
not
couldn't
watched the whole
because
thing?
it was
Have you?
just no. It was.
It's nearly
No,
10
it's
minutes
stupid.
long. It's nearly 10 minutes
Man, I
long.
ain't watching all that shit. It's stupid.
Look, we watched it.
So you know inside. Hold on. So the fact that I said it was stupid, you know inside of them. Now, mind you, hold on, wait. In the grand scheme of it all, no, it's not stupid. Is it jacked up for anybody to do what he did?
Kind of,
you
maybe.
play on people's emotions.
Hold on,
You
hold on,
play
hold on.
on people's emotions. Hold on, wait. You play on people's emotions. It's messed up. When you don't have the same intentions, you're pretty much playing somebody. When you play somebody, it's messed up. It
Okay.
is.
Mhm.
Whatever. That goes for anybody. That goes from from little Jimmy playing around
All
with
that
Jimmy
big
and told him that he was gonna trade his rare Pokemon card for his entire deck, but it wasn't rare. It's just some shit he drew in art class. And he told him that it came from straight from Japanese land,
And
it
I
cost
wanna-
a gajillion dollars.
And I want to
yeah,
say
that's
this.
messed up.
And I want to say that in that situation, she's just as dumb as he was if he fell for that.
Like, man, look, I'm just saying, playing people, period, no matter who you are, yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong.
Okay,
But,
so
so what had happened was,
hold on.
y'all watched
Hold
the
on.
entire thing.
You don't know what
I'm gonna
happened.
let y'all go. I know what happened, but I just
No,
wouldn't
we know
finna
the whole
listen to
story.
the entire.
Oh yeah, we know the whole
Right,
story.
I wouldn't finna just listen to the entire thing because it just wasn't necessary.
Yeah, but everything done. Do you
I felt it was necessary to listen to the entire thing because I wanted to get the full picture.
Yeah, otherwise you
know?
couldn't have an opinion.
I wanted to see everything. I needed to know that there was proof that he was showing predatory behavior.
Reciprocate, so that is what they call them.
Okay, so this guy was a predator. He preyed on this
Supposedly.
young woman. And,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And he preyed on this young girl. What he wanted he wanted a D&D. He wanted a dick and dash. You know,
Yes, he used her for sex and pizza.
Right, he wanted a dick and dash.
He didn't
wanted
use her for
ass,
pizza.
He wanted to smash. He wanted that S to S. He wanted to smash and split. You know what I'm saying? He wanted that B&B. He wanted to bounce and bounce. You feel
If
me?
you do another one of
That's what he
those,
did.
I'm gonna just ignore you and start talking.
Look, he wanted an F and F. He wanted a fucking
All right,
plea.
he's done.
And so,
I'm standing by the word. You are finished. So what happened was this lady, who is a cosplayer, which is likely why she came across your
Yes.
feed because you like cosplay. I don't know who Steve Zargoza is. I don't. I never heard of him
No
before.
idea.
And I don't know
Yeah,
who
we
this
don't know
Mariah
any of
girl
these
is.
people. They just popped up.
I
They just popped up.
never heard of this Mariah.
We don't know, but we kind of don't give a shit about any of them.
Yeah, because somebody turned the crank too many times. The song stopped. They popped up. Like that's how it works.
Right.
We don't I don't know who this Mariah girl is. And I probably would have never ever come across this video had they not sent it to me. Had I've not been in the chain that led to this conversation. So what happened is dude contacted her and was like, "Yo, what's good? Let's hang out." And he's at least 19, 20 years older than her. He's a good bit older than her. If I'm not mistaken, I think she said she was 20 and he was 39, 38, somewhere in there.
No. He's she just released this earlier this month. She's 23. Yeah. She's 23 when this happened.
So she wasn't 20.
Because the first thing says July 3rd, 6 days after.
Okay.
So this fully happened a month ago, basically.
Well, because during that, at some point, she talked about she's been there, she's been 20.
Yeah, she was talking about when she was 20. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because 23 is so different from being 20.
Yes, it's so long ago. You're a different person altogether.
Yeah.
So he hits her up. He's like, "Yo, what's goody? You want to hang out?" And so they end up developing a friendship, and eventually him and her, they go. If I'm not mistaken, they go out once. They go out on a date one time, and then he sets up a scenario where they go out for yet another date. But instead,
she wasn't gonna say no because of the implications.
The implications. No one's in danger here, but she doesn't know that because of the implications. So he's like, "Yo, yeah, so it'll be easier if I swing by your place, and then we go, eat after that." Now she says, up until this point, he's made her feel comfortable. He's made her feel like he could be trusted. They were friends. He comes over to her place for the second date. They do the box spring boogie.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump in for a second. When you said he made her feel comfortable, one of my favorite things that she said was that he told her if the age thing is weird for you, if it's not weird for you, it's not weird for me.
Weird for me.
Right?
So which means,
and so if there was an issue, she should have expressed. She should have expressed it then.
Yeah, because obviously he was like, "I don't really give a fuck about the age deal, but if you don't like it, then we can just cut this off right here. We can totally do that." So
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, the first time they go out, they go somewhere and they get food. And let me look at my notes. She orders chicken tenders.
Like a child.
And he was like, "Oh, I got a little nickname for you. I'm going to call you Little Tendy." And she was like, "No." And she claims he was he didn't seem too happy that I didn't like his nickname. To which in my notes, I'm like, we don't know for sure how well he didn't take the rejection of the nickname, because the Little Tendy, this dude just may seriously be incredibly lame, and he might have just known that it was a shit nickname, and he was just trying to be cute and flirt, and he was really awkward because I 100% believe that this dude is not used to being around women based on the majority of this story. So we move to the second date. "Hey, I'll come over to your spot and I'll pick you up, and then we can go get something to eat." He comes over to her house. What ends up happening is they end up fucking. We ain't mincing no words here. They end up fucking.
Mm-hmm.
They finish. By they, I mean, they finish. And it's later in the evening. It's later
in the evening.
It's later in the evening, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm so hungry." Like, you know what? I'm not gonna like do what she did. Basically, what happens here is he gets up and is like, "Yeah, I guess I'll like, you know, it's too late to do this. It's too late to do anything. I guess I'll just like get me some pizza on the way home." To which she's like, "On the way home?" And he's like, "Yeah, on the way home. Like, you know, I got like an early day tomorrow. Yada yada yada. You know, I gotta go back to the house." And so it's at this point she's starting to feel played. She's starting to feel heavily played, and she's making it very obvious that like she thought that they were still going to do more after, you know, the sex. Like they were going to go hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and he's just like, I mean, you know, we could, da 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 da, but he made it.
But I got an early day tomorrow. I gotta go pick my mama up, and she don't like
she don't like a lot of people.
Hoes. She don't like hoes.
There you
She
go.
don't like a whole lot of people with me.
So now you've gotten
pick her up.
you gotten a taste of where your bro's going with this. Now here's okay. So for everybody else who's like, "Oh, that's disgusting. Why would he do such a thing?" The first,
you know what? And you're right. Like I said in the beginning, to play people is wrong.
Hold
It
on.
is.
But I have a thought, and the internet has definitely taught us that that's exactly how, or the only excuse that anyone could have to do such a thing. The only reason he did this is because he just wanted to have sex, and that was it. She also pointed out that like during the sexual encounter, or like, you know, in the flirting process, he talked about how he'd never been with a brown girl before. He asked her about her ethnicity beforehand. She's like, "Yeah, I know, like my ethnicity is very ambiguous," and she's apparently like Latino or partially Latino or something like that. And he, while fucking her, is like, "I've never been with a brown girl before," or whatever the fuck, supposedly. Now I want to point out that
Did he say that? She said he kept bringing it up as if to.
No. Her exact words were "brown girl."
No. Yeah. He kept bringing it up. He mentioned it like 3 times.
Yeah, and then like when she pointed out that he
said that already.
He was like, "What?" And he's like, and like mind you, at this point, if he's still got his penis inside of you and he's saying things that make you feel uncomfortable, why is his dick still inside you? Get him off you. Be like, "All right, get off." Like, stick your finger in his nose and be like, "Get off me." Like, that's all you gotta do. Like, poke him in the eye, smack him in the nose. He'll raise the fuck up off you. But she didn't. She continued the fucking. And
the crazy thing for me is that when you look at her, you can't necessarily tell.
No, you can't tell that
she's a brown girl because
she's not a brown
girl. She has so many filters on, and everything she does, she's absolutely covered in makeup. Yeah. So you can't tell that she is like Latino. And the thing is,
hold on.
I feel like.
Hold up. It's important to me that I get this out now before like there's another interruption. She doesn't say this until the end of the video. She says this as and in case like you haven't sided with her by the end of the video. She's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, he kept fetishizing my race," which, mind you, I'd say that's unlikely because he didn't know what your race was before he started pursuing you. And not to mention, you don't look brown. But more importantly, he's Mexican. Who fucking cares if a black dude fucks a black chick? What black dude is going to be like, "I ain't never been with a black girl before"? Like, even if that's the case, him saying that is weird.
It is.
It's so fucking weird. So for a Hispanic person to be like, "I've never been with a brown woman before," it's like, okay, like, unless you lived in an all-white neighborhood. Like, yeah, unless you lived in an all-white city, like, you know, the only reason you'd ever not have fucked, you know, like, who would you have fucked that was brown other than, like, somebody in your family? Like, yeah, that's expected. But, like, but that's unlikely. Like, if you grew up Latino, if you grew up Mexican, if you grew up in any kind of Spanish, you most likely had other Spaniards near where you lived. Because let's be real.
Also,
we all find our people.
On top of this, while she's bringing up the fetishing of her
Race.
skin, her race, the thing is like looking at him as a 39-year-old fat Mexican comic with a neck beard.
He's a chubby man.
He's not going to his friends. He's not going to his friends and saying, "Hey, I banged a brown girl." No. He's just going to tell him he banged a 23-year-old who looks like you.
Yeah,
he don't care about the color of your skin.
Yeah, and that's why I felt like she only added it at the end to like try to like persuade anybody who wasn't already sold. So, like again, so to revert back to the whole, it's not cool to do this to people, yada yada yada. The first thought I had, and this is literally this is my first bulletin point that I have written down in my list of 8 things, was are we not allowed? Are we not allowed to just surmise, that's the word I use, that she just had bad pussy? Because he was after her. He went on a date with her. He tried to flirt. He did his thing.
No. He wasn't after her. She was after him.
Okay, I didn't even catch that. I didn't catch that
either.
So here's the thing. They were in contact on the interwebs, yes, because he has multiple shows on YouTube. My she was after him situation is that she didn't live there. She went to LA to visit. She hadn't moved to LA yet. But she contacted him about hanging out, and she acknowledged, "Oh, I've been a fan of yours since I was in high school." She was after him. She was clout chasing, and clout chasing led her to getting played.
Now, to be fair, she did tell him that she was planning to move out to LA. She told him that she planned to move out to LA, and like that.
Which, when you in the entertainment industry, that means, hey, are we gonna link up and do some stuff because we can both pull fans from this?
Yeah, like we can merge our shit together. So So you got like their first date where like things are a little awkward. He's being a little awkward. You could say she said that he was manipulative. I don't know if she used the word predatory. I don't know if she used the word grooming, because if she did,
yes, she called him a predator. Okay. She said he exhibits predatory behavior.
Again,
and he manipulated her.
If she was like, "Hey, what's up? Let's link." No, he's not a predator. He's an opportunist, maybe. Like he saw a chance.
100%.
Yeah, he saw an opportunity to fuck. And this is also like everybody who might come across this, understand something very, very, very fucking important. Just because somebody is fine does not mean they fuck well. Like,
bro, for the love of everything.
Like it means it don't
for
like
the love of everything.
If you think every male celebrity,
and if you feel that,
if you think every male celebrity has a big dick because he's hot, you're an idiot. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, we've seen them.
Some of them. I don't know why he's piping up and putting words in our mouths, but all right.
Hey, don't pipe up nothing to put it in my mouth.
And every hot girl don't like. First off, most female celebrities don't plan to put that. Beyonce don't plan to put her pussy out there. She don't. She might trim it, but you don't know if she got the roast beef sandwich or what. You don't know if like it's just like a jungle down there. You have no idea. Like you everything from like top of her head to midsection, fine as a motherfucker. But that her pudenda might be 100% a nightmare. You have no idea. It's the stupidest thing to just assume because they're cute or because, well, she's famous, she's gotta have some fire pussy. I gotta fuck her because no, that's the dumbest thing on the fucking planet. No. You're an idiot.
Absolutely.
So in this scenario, mind you, she might have been like, and it sounds like what happened is he had sex with her. She just was the vessel. Because it sounds like if she was, I'm not saying what she was doing. If she was clout chasing, for one, let's assume that she might have been clout chasing. She might have just been like, I just gotta let him fuck me. Like, that's all I gotta do. I gotta let him fuck me, and then like, we can like build this bond a little bit better, and everything's cool. But for him, it's like, damn.
And you know what? The way I can glean a little proof from that is specifically from the beginning of the conversation when he said, is the age thing weird for you, right? So if she had said it is a little weird, nothing would have happened. She could have said no at any time, and he would have backed off.
Because even still, here's the thing. We going straight into a relationship. That kind of relationship when we asking like that. Because I can hang out with a 16-year-old. And it could be a female. And we could literally just be hanging out, talking about music, video games, and absolutely nothing that come from that. You would never hear me ask the age difference.
Is it weird that I'm so much older than you? That's such a red flag.
You know how many older people and very young people I've spoken to at cons, at the tournaments that I've thrown?
Yeah.
So it's only you literally are faced with that when somebody asks you, is the age thing weird for you? You know, because we're talking.
Yeah.
If you ain't talking about what we think you're talking about, then that's not even a question.
Yeah. Then why did this come up? So it was very obvious at some point he planned on fucking.
It's already headed that way.
Yeah, he was already
headed that way. Seriously, and man, you know what? Maybe you didn't realize that. For all I know, because I can still be baffled sometimes about what people don't. But you knew that. You knew. Come on now.
I would say like he probably
or you
asked
didn't.
it.
If you didn't, you didn't, and I'm wrong as shit. But
here's the thing.
Come on now.
For her, at this point, like she would have to say, "Well, no, I didn't think about that." Like she'd obviously say that that's what it was.
What you mean? Okay, so then my question is, what you mean you didn't think about that?
Because here's the thing.
If y'all just went to go get, is it weird for two people to go get food? Please tell me.
For him to ask that,
please.
For him to ask that, he had to already get the vibe from her that there was going to be more than just them hanging out.
Quite possible.
Yeah.
And this is why I was going to say. So is it weird? Is it weird for two people to go get a sandwich?
No, not at all. Is it like
Of course it's not.
and you know, for him to even be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little nickname," like that was him flirting. And
absolutely.
Like you could argue, and you could
what
totally
did he call
argue.
her? What did he call her?
Little Tindy.
Little Tindy.
Little Tindy. That was just Little Tindy.
Like he clearly don't know how to flirt.
Tindy.
That
wasn't even cute. That
just
no,
little Tindy.
No.
Oh, baby.
No. That's no.
Okay,
like,
so
man, that sounded weird. That just came off as weird. That crept up my spine. I'm gonna call you my little Tindy. Little Tindy. My little chicken nugget. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
It's like, oh no, if you ain't black with a perm, that don't fly. So at some point she refers to him as quote unquote a master manipulator, meaning those are her exact words. And I felt like that was just a slick way. Like,
hold on. But my bad. I'm picking this apart as I go along because, like I said, I didn't watch the entire thing. But hold on, lady, you're giving that nigga too much credit.
Hold on.
That nigga is not a master manipulator. He got your ass.
Yeah, that's what I have written down.
But he ain't a master manipulator.
Calling him a master
manipulator
is just a slick way of throwing off the fact that you fell for his BS.
Yeah,
you fell for it.
No.
If that's what it was.
In a way, at a point in time, she was the one in total control.
And I just want to say this. I want to say this. Like, I'm going back to it because I'm never gonna not reference this as far as I'm alive. Just like the chick, the underage girl that Drake Bell was fucking with. She sucked his dick. She sucked his dick 3 times. At no point did you not know how to suck a dick. He didn't introduce you to dick sucking for the first time. His wasn't the first dick you ever saw at 15 or below. I can almost promise you. Because let's be real, everybody here knows it. Like, everybody here has seen porn. And we are all over the age of 30. So, like, when we were 15 or below, like, the internet was not a thing. Like, we had actual porn magazines or we had scrambled porn.
We still got to it.
But now you have like the internet, like you have Twitter, like there are Facebook groups that like get taken down and up and like restarted all the time that are exclusively just to find a way to share porn on Facebook. There's porn Instagram accounts, and Twitter being the king of what it is doesn't have a block for porn. You can have porn on Twitter. So like as long as you're willing to lie about your age on like any kind of social media app, you can get porn. So at 14, mind you, I'm still talking about the girl that Drake Bell quote unquote assaulted. She sucked his dick 3 times. He at no point ever had to force. Okay, fine. He at no point did he ever have to force her to suck a dick. One night she sucked his dick twice in the same night. That is not something you've never done before, ever. You know, like the first time you do coke, you don't do coke and meth in the same night. That's not something you do. Yeah. Like not unless if I invite you to a party and there's coke and meth there, and I see you doing both. This is not your first time doing anything. So back to this, lady, you fucked him on the second date. You was planning to fuck. It doesn't matter how long y'all was talking. Y'all had only seen each other face to face.
I'm about to say
2 times.
Yes. Oh, so they've only seen each other face to face 2 times, and you smashed him the second night?
Yes.
Lady, yeah, that was your intention.
What did I tell you? She was clout chasing. The thing about this video is, isn't there a section where she's talking about what happened on the second night when he showed up with a bag?
Yeah.
He showed up with a bag, right?
Yeah, and it had condoms.
And it had condoms and her favorite candy, Red Vines. In the video, there's a cut to her
after it
showing.
Happened.
Yes, she filmed. She filmed it
herself.
After it happened.
After it happened, like crying, like why did this fucking have to happen to me? What she was doing was she was creating. She was controlling. She was
creating content. She was capitalized. Yes.
She was controlling the narrative the entire time.
She wasn't controlling it. She was trying to create it so she could control it.
Hold on. So wait. You said she was capitalizing. What you need to do is take out the tilizing and keep that I in and add another P of that bug, and that bitch was capping. Is what it's like.
It was like, so after the whole like, oh, so you're leaving? He's like, yeah, I gotta go. And so like apparently like, are you like, I can't believe this happened to me. Why this have to fucking happen? It's like, really? That's what you was thinking? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If a chick came through and was like, I'm gonna get this fat nigga some pussy. And like when we get finished, she's like, all right, dude, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here, bro. Like when I tell you I am fin to sit in the dark and play with my Switch and like detach from that fucking situation, I am detaching. I am in the symbiote suit and I'm ringing bells. I am getting away from it. Like I am trying to emotionally separate the fuck out of that situation. I am not about to create a video because you only create the video because you want to show it to somebody. That's it. There's no other reason because it's effectively burned in your memory forever. You create a video of you in the dark crying so that you can tell other people this is the thing that happened to me. Like you are exclusively looking for a reason to like, because here's the deal.
She's courting sympathy.
Yes. This dude has not brought it up. I can almost promise y'all.
Yes. That was my favorite thing. I went and looked at this when she posted it, and then I found his Instagram and his Twitter, and I went scrolled back to the date to see like if there was any. Nah, he's living his best life.
Yeah, I mean it's completely possible that he might have deleted anything, like saying, "Hey, yeah, me and what's her face were gonna hang out." But as far as it's concerned, like none of his followers are like asking him about it on Twitter. It doesn't seem like anyone cares from his side. Now, on her side, it's just a bunch of sheep. It's all sheep saying, I'm so sorry this happened to you. I can't believe that this, like, how could he do this? Like, you're such a good person. Yada, yada. First off, all of you motherfuckers is lame as shit. All of her entire fan base is like, look, motherfucking Will Smith said this shit like a couple of weeks ago. It's like everybody needs to understand 2 things. Like understand something important. Self-esteem has 1 key word in it. Self. Stop looking to other motherfuckers to justify your existence. Stop looking to celebrities to like reach out to them and have them justify why you exist. Let this motherfucker deal with her shit on her own. She should have. And she says that she did. She contacted him, told her how shitty she felt, and they supposedly went out on another date. Now, I have written down, it says that like he clearly tried to break things off after having sex, and she was not having it. And I was like, if the roles here were reversed, had a chick been like, yeah, I'm not interested in like pursuing anything with you, and the dude was just like, so that's how you gonna do me? Like the internet would have killed him. Like they would have found where he lived and set him on fire. It was like, you don't talk to them.
Yeah.
Treat a woman like that.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely that double standard there for sure.
And supposedly at some point, like when she's trying to like figure out like why they aren't moving forward or like because I think at some point she wanted an apology, like just we can have you can apologize for what you did and we can move forward from this. Which I don't know what the phrase "move forward" means. She does not come from where we come from. Not everybody does. Not everybody does. But supposedly one of his excuses was he had just gotten out of a breakup and quote unquote you're young. Now, if he actually said either of those things, they were complete bullshit. Because he didn't have a problem. He didn't have a problem with either of these things before he fucked her. Now, like again, if you're here for sex, like that's totally understandable. It's totally understandable if for her, I get that if she was clout chasing, I get that you're clout chasing. I'm not saying that you're wrong for it, but I'm saying you're dumb for it because it don't work that way. Like Rizzy can have a super huge following and have me on and be like, y'all should go check him out. I don't make the same content he does. I don't play fighting games. I don't talk the way he talks. I don't live in the same circles that he lives in. His fans ain't finna be my fans. They're just not. Motherfuckers who watch, like, Keeping Up with the Kardashians aren't gonna be the same people who fucking watch probably Dave or, like, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They're not watching that shit. Like, it's not the same people. So the idea of, like, well, I'm gonna use him to further my career, it might not happen. He's clearly kind of dorky, and his fan base is a very specific kind of like people, and you do
his
not
fan base
fit in.
his fan base is the fan base that would love cosplayers.
Like I was about to say, everybody.
Yeah, it's the same fan base.
I tend to forget what she did.
She was clout chasing.
I did. I kind of forgot what she did. I forgot that her whole thing was like dressing up. Yeah. I kind of forgot like whereas he makes content.
Yeah, so, man, look, where I ended, because like I said, I didn't, once I've gathered that you just got played, I was just kind of like, okay, but she tried to make a whole video where she was like deeply hurt and sad that she got played by this ugly ass dude. I'm gonna be real with you, that nigga ugly. He wasn't cute. He wasn't around here looking like Shamar Moore or Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He was not cute.
Hey, you fucked him.
He wasn't. That
on
dude
purpose.
was ugly.
I fucked him on purpose.
Real. Right, man. Homie was ugly. Not saying ugly dudes can't get pretty women. That ain't what I'm saying.
But
that ain't what I'm saying. But but you know what I'm saying.
I was like, the fact
it's like,
he ain't the dude that she like. Short of like him being the funniest person she's ever met, because funny do work. I'm not gonna pretend like it don't. Funny works. Also, like if you are an unattractive man, funny works like a motherfucker. And being better than most men they've ever come across also works. Like it just does. Like if you care, like if you're a genuine person and like you're willing to like, you know, just let them be them. A lot of times that does help. There are a lot of women out there who are incredibly attractive, but there's just something about them that's a little fucking weird. And if you're just like, yeah, it's cool, I don't care, because you come from a very weird background, all your friends are weird, your family's weird, and they're not weird in your opinion, it will make them open up to you a lot faster. 2 days is really fast. Like, by all means, dudes and ladies, if you fuck somebody within the first within the first 72 hours of meeting them, like, don't expect that to be a stable relationship.
Hold on, wait. And let me ask, before we keep saying that, was it really 2 days?
Yeah.
Yes.
Second date.
Oh,
good. She was only in town for 3 days.
Yeah.
Good.
And she spent all 3 days with him.
Yeah, she saw him every day. On the last day, like, she talked about how she was moving, how she was supposed to be moving out there. And he was like, "Oh, you are?" And she was like, "Yeah, we talked about it." Like, she made it, like, she wanted, like, the story she told was one of, like, he pursued me for sex. And he manipulated me into thinking that I could trust him and that he was a good person, yada, yada, yada. Bitch, 3 days.
Like,
That's on you.
Like, have some self-respect. Like,
why are you telling this story?
Like,
is a much better question.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you straight up, nigga. Not all hoes just give it up on the second date, and they hoes.
Oh yeah, they gotta at
like,
least feel
for real.
like
Some hoes,
they're actually
especially
gonna get
hoes
something out of it.
nowadays. You know, especially hoes nowadays. Hoes will make you work for it. You feel me? Like, they ain't finna necessarily just give it to you on a second and third time of literally meeting you in succession like that. Come on. Like, dude. But lady, you got a dog, is what you got.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Hold on.
Not everybody's gonna want what.
I still argue that it's completely possible that she's a bad fuck.
It's quite possible.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. I mean, if we go, yeah, there's a lot of people that are quote unquote a bad, you know,
a bad lad.
Sure.
Yeah, bad lad.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can't really say they're bad if it's literally your first time.
I don't think this was her first time having sex with, like, well, not her first time having sex, but with him, yeah.
Because it's like I say, Breezy could get off with missionary sex and that'd just be fine. Plain old stanky old missionary sex.
If you find somebody who can make missionary popping for like 20 years, marry him. You're gonna appreciate it.
Like he can get off with missionary sex. You get off with having your nut slammed in a car door.
Man,
everybody's different. Like, you know,
I'm just going left turn.
Look, I'm just going from the basic to the extreme.
To the extremes, yeah.
I'm going from the basic to the extreme.
But here's the thing.
Everybody nuts the same.
I really felt like this is what happened, though. I 100% felt like, and like I feel I want what I'm about to say. I hope is accurate because I hope she comes across it, and I hope she feels read immediately. I think what truly happened was like he was like, so, you know, it was good, like, and she's probably like, oh, what are these condoms for? It's like, what's in the bag? Funyuns and condoms.
He done got a 2021 porn scenario.
It's like, oh, condoms. Like, yeah, condoms. So, you know, they start kissing or whatever, and then they get in the room. You know,
what are these for? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, girl, you
yeah, that's 2021 porn, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what I'm talking about, doggone it. Y'all know y'all be skipping that shit at the beginning.
And so I feel like it's a whole lot of, all right, like, she probably wasn't ready to go, which in first and foremost, everybody knows, like, if you go over to a person's house, like, if the dude is like, oh, shit, I just got out the shower, and he still got a towel on, like, you finna see his dick. Like, before he gets dressed, you're seeing his dick. Like, that's the point. It's like, whether it's an accident or whatever. If a chick comes to the door and her hair is still wrapped up in a towel and she ain't got on like a robe with like maybe her bra and panties, like, yeah, y'all probably finna cut. Like, before y'all leave, y'all might not even leave. But you finna get some. Like, she planned this. She didn't like to. Any motherfucker would tell you, hey, give me 20 minutes. It's like, yeah, I'm just outside. Like, yeah, I know, I am super not ready. Like, hit the block, give me 20 minutes. Because, you know, literally had this conversation last night. Somebody where a chick I was talking to was like, if I just showed up right now, like, what would we do? I was like, well, first off, I had to go put on a shirt and some pants because I'm in my drawers. It was like, I don't know you like that. I'm not quite sure if I can be that comfortable just to have my man titties out. So I got to put on some clothes.
I don't think you can handle all of this.
Not at once. Not all at once. Although, probably the best way to go about it, so it's not like, God damn, there's still more? Yeah, probably, probably the best way to go about it. But I like to believe that what happened is, like, she didn't have on much of anything, and he was like, God damn. So they go in the room, and, they start, like, playing around. You take a bra off, start sucking on the titties, and then, like, he's getting ready to fuck. So he's like, his dick is already hard. He pops the condom on. She lays back, and every time he goes to do something, she's like, no. It's like, God, don't do that. Like he was just trying to fuck. Like he was trying to fuck. Like he was trying to impress her a little bit with his, made up sexual prowess. I'm just assuming that he's had to like imaginate sex more often than he's actually had it, just because it's funnier. And so like. It's like a whole lot of okay, well, like get off my hair, like okay, just move, okay, shit, like it's a whole lot of that, and at some point he is just like, he's like, oh my God, he's like, he just gets it in there and he pickles it. For those who don't know what pickling is, it is the Amish tradition of they're not allowed to have sex. It's either Amish or it's like Jehovah's Witnesses,
dude. Nah, it might be Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
Well, no, wait, not. Because, wait, no, I'm thinking Mormon. Mormon soak.
Okay, it might be Mormon then. Okay, basically what
Mormon soak.
They're not allowed to have sex before marriage. So what the teenagers have figured out is what they call pickling. And it's just where they put the dick in the pussy and then just keep it there.
Just sit there.
They don't move.
They can't move.
They don't move. Because the moving is the sex. Because they're smarter than
Or they'll
Jesus.
go to HE double hockey stick.
Because they've outsmarted Jesus. So they just put the dick in. And it's like, this is nice. So, like, at some point, I feel like that's what he had to do. Like, he put it in there. And she's like, oh, fuck. Like, this counts. This counts as sex. He's just like on top of her, like he's like literally like holding himself up, like his back is arched, like his knees are like barely on the bed. He has one foot on the floor, and he's like holding like the bed head, like palms against the wall, like trying not to be on top of her because he's bigger than she is. So he don't want to like throw all that ass on her at once. So he's just having to hold himself up. And so, like, eventually, like, he's just, like, mind-fucking somebody else. And eventually blows his load into the condom. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, since I've burned no calories, I'm gonna go. I'm going to go home and reconsider all of my decisions that led to this night. Oh, so you're just leaving. What could you propose that I do? After that ungodly, abysmal exhibition of what Oxford Dictionary would be embarrassed to call sex, are we supposed to see each other's faces for the next few hours? Is that what this is? Is that what this is? You're asking me after, like, getting in the car on the way home, you sharted in my car. And then you're like, hey, want to come up? Nah, I don't. I don't think that being in the same room with you right now would be appropriate. Because a good chunk of that would be me waiting for you to clean shit out of your pants. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit across from a person who effectively put my dick on a leash and then just made me kind of like sit there inside of her while she eats a salad and possibly complains about things that I don't give a fuck about. Like, that's what I don't want to do. So I'm going to go grab a pizza and then go home. But she then proceeds to, like, text him the next day and tell him how upset she is. And she claims that he, like, messaged her back about some stuff, but she didn't prove it. Like, mind you, like, she shows, like, one screenshot of text between him and her, but it's the only receipt she offers throughout the entire video. That's it.
Oh yeah, I got it. You know why? Because she removed the messages that she sent. So the day when she leaves, he texts her and he was like, "Too much pizza," because that was the meal that they had. Why didn't you let me? And then
Oh yeah,
her
on
response,
the third day. On the third day.
yeah, her response was like, "I can't believe you did that. Like, you owe me an apology." And then he responded, "I'm sorry, Mariah. I genuinely thought we were just having some chill post-pandemic fun. I wish we would have discussed boundaries earlier. It was you can't see the whole thing, mistake on both our parts, but I'm glad we talked about it and can move past this and still be cool."
I'm sorry you feel the way
You don't see her messages in between that. There are no gaps between it. So she edited it, or she removed the messages that she sent.
Yeah, and at some point she claims that he apologized. He apologized that she felt the way she felt.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry you feel this way. Which is, by all means, if you ever said it to anybody, you're a piece of shit. Unless they're wrong. In which case, you're apologizing for no reason. Stop doing that. Like, this is advice I need to take for myself. She was upset. She was completely upset. And she was like, yeah, what you did to me was wrong. And it's like, we could argue that I feel the same way. But I guess we're not gonna. She claims that, like, she trusted, like, I'm saying that she claims she trusted him. Or rather, he felt like he made her feel like he could be trusted. And I was like, you trusted someone you didn't know, and now you're blaming him for it. You're blaming him because you trusted him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said in the beginning of this whole thing, folks, playing people is wrong. It ain't right. It ain't right to play somebody.
Yeah, but at the same
Really
time,
not.
like, I don't think people who get played know they get played. Like, I think people who get played. I think people who tend to get played have a tendency to still feel like the person is just, like, being weird. You feel what I'm saying?
Here's a question.
What's up?
During the day of
De la Muerte.
the Smexy, during the day of the Smexy, what time was it when we was having the Smex?
Because it had to be later in the evening. It had to be like
it
7
was
o'clock.
It was later at night because she mentioned how when he said he was leaving, he was hungry, but everything was closed, so he was just gonna, like, grab something on the way home, and that's when she's like, "Oh, you're leaving?"
Okay.
Well, two things.
I need a time. Like I do.
Well, it's LA, so how late do things stay open in LA? Or in California at the very least?
LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hold on one second. I'm scrolling. I'm going back. You can see.
Because to say what I want to say,
Oh, hold on. So let me go back.
It might not have been LA, but I think it was LA.
No, they were in LA.
Okay. LA.
So they had plans. She messaged him early in that morning, and because she was supposed to go to his place apparently, and he was like, "Slight change of plans. I'll come to your hotel around 6's. Hang and funds. Then if we wanna, back to Dave and Buster's because we still have credits." So they were at D&B the night before. She was supposed to go to his place. Then he came over around 6 because she said, okay, that works. What changed your mind? Then he says, "My place is messy, not ready for humans." Red flag right there. Then she says, "Haha, no worries. I totally get it. I'll see you at 6-ish. So he came over around 6, showed up with his bag of stuff, and clearly didn't leave until late that night.
So how long was y'all fucking?
So how late was late? That is an important detail. I'm gonna say it anyway, dudes and chicks and kids, because we know how you little bastards are.
hold on. I just got to the next part of the video. She's like, in retrospect, he was trying to make me believe that that was something he would do, like invite me to his home. Like, are you kidding me?
Retrospect is a big word for a retard.
Right. That's a pretty big word for a man whore. but peoples, like, here's the thing. If it's just you and another, you don't know each other, there has to be a curfew. You ain't never been with this person before. You know, there's gotta be a curfew. There's red flags popping up that he clearly just wants some ass. If he's coming over at 6, he need to be out of there by 9.
Or at least y'all need to be gone by
or y'all, you were supposed to go and do things after he came anyway.
Right, so...
Pun intended?
Hold on. Here's the thing.
Because...
It didn't matter what the situation was. Whether because he could have came to her house. He ended up going to her hotel room. But he was like, well, he wanted me to believe that he would have invited me to his house. Who cares? Y'all could have fucked at his place too. Like, this night was ending in sex. Because the plan was already hang out and then go out. That was already the plan. Because if that wasn't the plan, like, it was like, hey, like, as if, because either you were going to catch a cab to where he was, or he was going to come get you and then take you back to his house. Y'all could have just met at Dave and Buster's.
This is true too.
Like that, like I'm not taking her side on this. I fucking refuse to, because she's an adult. Like, she is a woman, and like, let's be completely honest. Like, if you're the deer, you need to be the one. Like, oh, if you're the gazelle, like, there's a reason the gazelle's like vision works the way it does. The reason the zebra's vision works the way it does, because they're on the fucking menu
all day, every day,
all the time. Like, with or without sauce. They're on the fucking menu. They got to be aware of their surroundings. Females, you have got to be... Understand, this is not just a matter of female shit. I would like people to understand that black folks, we keep our heads on a swivel when we are in places we have not been before. When we are in somebody's neighborhood and we don't normally go over there, we are very uncomfortable. We always keep our ears open for sounds, and we keep our eyes open for activity. And
well, two of us know from experience, especially while delivering food.
Man, and here's my other question. So, would you have invited anybody over?
Not if they didn't have clout.
I mean, because that's the problem. There's no way to answer that.
That's my other question. Would you have invited anybody?
Or was he so special?
Never met before. Over.
Because the problem is, you're not going to get a straightforward answer out of her, because she'd have to say, well, no, like, he was completely special. It was like, was he? Why? Like, right. I have had.
What would be the difference between him inviting him over and inviting me over?
Other than I'm a nobody, and technically so is he. I don't know what the fuck he is.
Boy, seriously.
Cause, like, by all means, man, like, I've had a thing for Rosario Dawson and Salma Hayek for God knows how long, and I don't know them like that. Like, your brain would say, well, they're rich, they don't need to steal from you or do anything fucked up in your house. It's like, yeah, but who the fuck would believe it just because I said it? They could do anything they wanted to, and I'd have to prove it. Like, I'd have to be able to prove it, because it ain't what you know, it's what you can prove. It's like, you don't know this dude like that. Like, the fact that you were in a hotel was way... First off, the fact that you would have went over to his house, you would have invited anybody over. Because that was stupid. To go over to his place, that's dumb.
Yeah,
that's dumb.
Not the smartest, but
gosh dang it.
Without extremely, me personally extremely picking this apart, Lady, I was done with your video. I was
Before it
done
got
with
started.
After I've gathered that you just got played by an ugly dude. Okay.
Got played by
Here's the
ugly
thing.
dude. God, that is harsh.
Yeah, boy.
That is
Here's
so
the,
fucking mean.
boy, you got played by an ugly nigga. That's.
Which
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Outside, all jokes aside, lady, to anybody who looks tasty, once I stopped your video and had a good idea of how this was going to go, and what happened, I took a trip over to your Instagram page. Now, before all you cosplay people get upset, I'm one of y'all. So note that when I say this, it comes from a good place. When you're cosplaying in the sexy, you know what I'm talking about when I say that.
If you're selling the sex, you're selling the sex.
Because I follow another woman who cosplays, and it ain't always in the sexy. It's just mostly raw ass cosplay. When your page is full of some sort of provocative, some sort of plenty of sexy, but leaves room for plenty of imagination. When you're out there in the sexy, matter of fact, I'm just come out and say it. As a woman, when you out there in the sexy and you showcase your sexy self, you're gonna attract dogs. Plain and simple. You're gonna attract dogs. That's what's gonna happen. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been doing it. If you are hot and you are out here taking pictures of yourself, posting them all on Instagram, and they are hot, and you know they're hot, that's why you posted them. You posted them. Exactly. You're gonna attract dogs.
Now,
you cannot, and I said this a million times, lather yourself in meat and guts and hop into the lion's den and not expect to get bit not once.
Okay, so coming from somebody who doesn't respect you nearly as much, like here's what he's saying from a normal person's point of view, somebody who doesn't follow cosplay. If you dress like a hoe, expect to be treated like a hoe. Like it is what it is.
At some point, I mean, for Pete's sake, they have all in cons now. Damn it! What did the sign say?
Keep your goddamn
something along the
yourself.
lines of, pretty much, yeah. Just because I look like this does not give you the right to touch me,
Hold
brush
on.
up against me,
Here's,
things like that.
Here's something that's hilarious. That's right. That's 100% legit. There's this video. This is real. Like this is like from people we all know. So there was an episode of The View where Ricky Gervais was on the show, and they were talking about how they don't normally have men on the show, and like. They then proceeded, because Ricky Gervais lost a lot of weight, started to like kind of tone up, and now he wears, the Simon Cowell type T-shirts. Like his shirts are kind of tight, he put in the work, so have a gander. They literally just started rubbing his chest and rubbing on his arms and shit. They didn't really ask. They didn't ask. They just started touching him. But by all means, like had Rihanna, because and it's funny. Like, no one would have questioned that. But when, what's that girl's name? Nicole Scherzinger. Don't ask me how I know that. When Nicole Scherzinger was on Conan, and her titties was out. Not like, oh, cleavage. No, I'm talking about, like, the dress cut, like a quarter of the way into the titty. Like, it was just, titties was out. And, like, Conan was clearly looking at her titties. And she was like, focus, Conan. I was like, first off, don't fucking talk to him like that. Like, don't fucking talk to him like that. Don't come up in here with your titties hanging out and then have the audacity to try to, like, chastise me for looking at your titties. Like, nigga, if you make food.
Seriously.
If, like, you in the kitchen cooking and you invite me over and it's smelling fire out that kitchen, don't notice me sniffing and be like, oh, no, ain't none of that for you. Peace. I'm out.
Yeah.
Eat a dick. I'm gone.
Yeah, man. So, man, exactly what he said. So straight up, to play on back on what I was saying, there's things you just can't do in life, people. You can't you can't expect to do that and not get this type of reaction or that type of reaction. For Pete's sake, if you need me to break it down simpler for you, I can't dress in all blue and have a flag hanging out my back pocket and walk around Piru Street, since we're talking about Cali, and expect not a nigga to boy, you know where the fuck you at, cuz?
Like, yeah, say
there's no way I can do that and expect, not for that to happen.
Hold on. Here's the problem.
No way.
Here's the problem, though, and this is where it becomes a matter of, like, you can say this is Gen Z versus racial, whatever. White motherfuckers, especially you young dumb some bitches, y'all will say, well, it shouldn't be like that, but it fucking is, and it has been for a long fucking time. Women wear specific things to get male attention, and it's only when you get the attention you didn't want that you get upset, and it doesn't just go for y'all.
True.
It does not. Fucking when EA dropped what was it, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and like, yeah, you wanted attention because you wanted players to notice that you had a loot system, but the attention you got was not the attention you wanted. You didn't expect to be dragged through the dirt. You really didn't. You didn't think the players were gonna hate it so much that it would damn near revolutionize what game developers are allowed to put in games. That's not what you thought would happen. It's not what you thought would happen. You didn't think the sweaty fat dude with like the balding sweaty fat dude was gonna come over and like try to tell you how hot you were. What you thought? Like Ryan Gosling was gonna show up, Harry Styles was gonna show up, and you'd be like, no, that's not happening. You were exclusively in a place that caters to nerdy dudes, and you are wearing next to nothing.
Like, come on.
At
some point you gotta take responsibility. Is it jacked up? Yes.
Kind of, but not exactly.
Nobody's saying that it ain't.
Like,
nobody's saying that it ain't, because I be damned.
Life in a nutshell, though.
My favorite color is blue related. My favorite color is midnight blue. I love blue tones. I love blue. Niggas don't own a color, for Pete's sake. But at the same time, I know that I ain't dumb enough to sit up there and dress in all blue and go around some sort of crazy ass. No offense to Tyra Pyrushi, but you know how the younger generation is in that shit, crazy ass blood territory. And had niggas pull up on me like, "What's up?"
Nope, gotta wear the neutral colors, dog.
The same other, right? The same other, like exactly. And I ain't finna pull up in a Crip territory wearing all red.
Yeah, like no, I'm not.
They're gonna question me.
Where you from, bro?
Somebody, exactly. They are definitely going to question me, and probably sock me out anyway. Yes, I'm old. Sock out, yeah. Probably get bucked or socked out anyway, just to be sure. and to make it known that can't nobody be wearing all blue in my hood. Can't nobody be wearing all red in my hood. Point is, I would never do that shit.
No, because we're smarter than that.
I wouldn't be exactly. So my point is.
Now here's the deal. You know what? You know what? Let's say y'all let's say y'all learned something from us. Let's say here's the right thing to do. Instead of saying, oh, well, then we're gonna start doing, next guy who does me like this, I'm gonna fucking assault him. Well, good for you. Like, take that time. Take it. Like, beat his ass and then like get arrested for it. Like, call the cops on yourself. Be like, yeah, I whooped the fuck out of him because he had his hands on me and he had no right to do that. But you know what's gonna happen next, right? Like, if you're wearing the wrong colors, if you're wearing the wrong colors in the wrong place, and you get beat up, you take the ass whooping, because it's gonna be way worse if you fight back.
Now it's gonna escalate.
Now, dudes,
real quick. So
now you out here. Hold on.
My bad. Hold on. I just want to touch back on that because people are dumb. And I just want to don't forget that thought you just had. If I'm gonna do that, people, I have to know the such things are gonna happen. So if you see me out there wearing solid colors like that in a specific, well-known Crip or Blood neighborhood, and I'm wearing the alternative colors that I probably shouldn't be wearing in that neighborhood,
they need to know.
I know I run the risk of somebody pulling up and trying to check me.
About to catch that fade.
Like, straight up. Now, I can hope that it's an OG, and he'll be like, boy, you better take that. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you now, you better take that shirt off, boy. Matter of fact, come on over here, man. Like, I got a shirt your size here, man. Put this on, man, because these young boys out here, or it's going to immediately go from 0 to 1,000, and niggas going to hit the block and be like, hey, cuz, hey, blood, like, nigga. And then it's just going to be really bad.
And it's dumb as fuck. We're not saying that it's not dumb as fuck. It's the dumbest goddamn thing on the planet.
Oh, it's like I said, niggas
stupid.
don't own colors. They don't own colors. But it's a pain in the ass, though, that we all have to deal with. Man. Because ain't nobody done shit about it. And it's still
no, there really isn't anything that you can do about it.
So, like I said, if I'm going to do that, note that this is the type of attention that's coming with it.
Yeah. And so, by all means, if you want to get into a position, if y'all want to get into a position where y'all start rallying against the men who have the audacity, because I want to get back to what we were talking about just for a second. She's not completely in the right here. It sounds like she is. The way she presents the story, she got groomed and she got treated poorly by a guy. That's not what happened. You was doing some shit you ain't had no business. You possibly just got bad pussy, and by bad pussy, what like? Because it's the dumbest phrase. Do we got good dick? If you like his dick, sure.
There you go.
But what it means is like she's likely a pillow princess. It means that she just lay there and get fucked. She don't throw ass. She ain't throwing no ass. She ain't moaning. She ain't like wrapping her legs around your waist. None of that. Like she ain't spitting on your dick.
Side note of a side note. If you're a pillow princess or a pillow prince, my nigga, there's no way you can say you got great dick or say you got great pussy if all you
ain't did shit but lay there. You've done nothing. Like, dude, if you're a dude and all you do is lay there and let the chick ride you to death, like, look, I get it. You got off because the dick is really sensitive. It doesn't really take much. She fucked herself. You just happened to be there. Same goes with the dude, with the chicks. Like, if all you did there was let yourself be used, you didn't have sex. He had sex and you were in the room. Big ass difference. But if by all means you want to start fighting back, if like you want to like do what this lady is doing, don't do what she did. She made an ass of herself. Now, mind you, her followers are retarded. Every last one of her followers are fucking retarded. They all want to stand. They stand with her. They stand her, but she's wrong. Never stand up for somebody you don't fucking know because you have no idea what you're co-signing. Never do that shit. Like, you have no idea like who she is or what she is. You could end up fucking co-signing the dumbest shit you've ever done in your life. But understand, everything has a plus and a minus to it. If as a female you get tired of dudes putting their hands on you and you decide to break a dude's finger because he like slapped your ass, like, okay, you are completely welcome to do that. But just know that you're opening the door to something worse happening. Because now, like, they see you as being aggressive. Now they're going to actively be aggressive. Whereas before they were just being idiots. But you cannot go around dudes who, like, I would say stereotypically aren't having a lot of sex, dressed half naked, and expect them to not, like, want to touch you. I am a collector of toys. Not statues, not models, toys. I collect toys. Kids come in my room, not very often. But kids who come in my room want to fuck with the stuff on my walls and on my shelves, and then I have to turn them around and kick them out of my room. Because my entire
same here.
Becomes more problematic because I have video games too. So older kids come in here and it's like, oh, you got a PlayStation? I was like, yeah, I do. And you got 2 feet. Get the fuck out.
Same here. I got posters and wall scrolls everywhere. I have more figurines now than I know what to do with. Like, I don't even have space for all of them. They're all to a child. Yes, my room would definitely look like Toys R Us. It ain't. No kids are allowed in my room.
Yeah,
Because I know what happens as soon as a kid comes to my room and their eyes start getting wide. No. Get out of my room. Close the door.
But this ain't that.
Plain and simple.
Like, this ain't that. She didn't get assaulted at a con. She was like, and I say she's, when I say dress like a hoe, oh, she's a hoe. Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck you. If you're listening to this, fuck you, bitch. Because I done seen some of your, posts. I done seen some of your posts.
Personal. That's personal.
You did, because she did the whole, did the whole dumb cross-eyed bimbo thing. Like, she's done that. Like, which I think is the ugliest thing on the planet. Like, I said this shit like years ago, and it like upset a chick that I was talking to, which I don't fuck her to at this point. Because like, the cross-eyed bimbo thing where the girl like has her eyes crossed and her tongue is hanging out, the dude who thinks that's hot is a fucking predator. That dude needs to be on the government watch list. He is fucking retarded, people.
Man.
That is like the idea of a girl who is dumb being sexy to you is concerning as shit to me. That means that you might be R. Kelly because you are whack as fuck, and the only way you could possibly get a girl is if she's too dumb to think for herself. That's the only way you could get somebody. That's just dumb as fuck to me. Like, it's so ugly. So if you as a human being do that, like, understand that image was made by a horny man who's like, yeah, I want a bimbo. Any dude who is attracted to bimbos is exclusively having a hard time having sex because all the women that he knows are smarter than he is. He needs a dumb woman to like trick into fucking. And so you as a human being mimicking that, you are inviting hell into your life. Do not, as a woman, you should never put yourself in a position to mimic stupid women. Like, it is one of the main reasons I do my best to not be the stereotypical, like, fat gamer nerd dude. Like, I try not to be a simp. Like I try my best not to be a simp. And like when it comes to like social medias, like I am a firm, like I understand why females like dress half naked. They dress half naked.
Sorry
like
the noise, people.
That's fine. Like I understand why y'all dress half naked. If that's your thing, if you're on Instagram being half naked, please continue. But shut the fuck up while you do it. No one fucking cares what you think. No one wants to hear your thoughts. Like your inspirational quotes and shit. I want you to understand there are two separate people. There are people who want to see you half naked, lounging around in your underwear, and people who need inspirational quotes. That Venn diagram is just two circles. No overlap. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut up and be naked. Like, 100%. Dudes could do the exact same thing. A dude could run an Instagram where all he does is put on tighty whities and let you see his fat dick bulge. He ain't got to say shit. At the very least, like, what? Drop the link to his OnlyFans or his Amazon wish list. That's it. Because lame-ass dudes is out here. Because lame-ass dudes is out here buying these whole shit. Like, you ain't talked to her. You ain't seen a nipple one, but you buying her shit. You whack motherfucker. You suck. Oh my God, you are trash. You are trash. You are to men what the chicks who dress like the bimbo are to women. You make us all look stupid. Stop that chat.
Yeah.
Or continue to do what the fuck you want to do. I don't really care. But the chick in this Mariah, you're an idiot. You put yourself out here, and all of your followers are dumb. And I think that you've cultivated a society of your own where you think those people represent the masses, and they don't. The average person, no one would really. The odds of anybody, like, I came across it by luck. I never would have seen that shit ever. I would have continued not knowing you existed. You didn't exist if it wasn't for my homeboy. Everybody, most humans, most adults would hear your story and be like, oh yeah, you got played. And then that would be it. If you were just a regular everyday girl, yeah, it'd be tragic. Like, you would be labeled as kind of dumb. But the fact that you're a cosplayer, your whole thing is playing men. That's what you do. That's how you make a career out of being a cosplayer. It's dudes. What's that dude? What's that asshole streamer dude?
Me?
No, yeah, no, not
Ooh.
you. But yeah, I'm asking you. The one dude who called that dude a human specimen.
We're talking about low tier guy.
Yeah, LTG. He was like, you are not fucking the cosplay girl. When he said that
Right.
shit, that was some of the realest shit you're ever gonna be told. Fellas, you ain't fucking the cosplay
these
girl.
cats be simping, boy. They
It's like
be simping,
super
simping,
hard.
simping.
You're not having sex with the cosplay girl. As much as I know y'all want to. Hold on. What Chris Rock said. Ain't no sex in the champagne room. Oh, they want you to think there's sex in the champagne room. But you know what's in the champagne room? Champagne. Ain't no sex in the champagne room. Ain't no sex in the champagne room. Oh, but they gonna make you think that there's sex in the champagne room. Yeah, dude. These cosplay girls, like, by all means, all of y'all do what y'all want to. Like Miss Misfit, I think is her name on Instagram, the bald headed white girl. Girl, keep doing it.
She's so beast.
You are
she is beast.
You are what all cosplay women should aspire to be. Fucking good.
Yes. Yeah.
Like she's bald, y'all.
Yes,
I don't know if y'all ever.
absolutely.
She's basically she's kind of the white Grace Jones.
Oh, she's
because like she's incredibly muscular.
She's dedicated. She's dedicated herself to her craft.
Because like especially if you're like a female who like cosplays as video game stuff, do not cosplay as a video game character you don't know shit about. Just don't. Don't slut up people like Kratos or Liu Kang. Like just don't. They're so like most female video game. If you're gonna cosplay as anybody from God of War, like how I know you don't know shit about God of War, Freya. Is it Freya? I don't know. It's the one bitch at the end of the in the game that we piss off. Your bro, what's that? What's Baldur's mom name, you bro?
Is it Freya? It might be Freya, Frigga, or Frigg. Because I mix them all up.
I think it's Frigga, or it might be Freya. Like, yeah, you could just cosplay as her because she's halfway naked too. Like, or you could,
but not Misfit though. No. She'll definitely run that Kratos.
Nah, she'll just be Kratos.
And she'll be badass as fuck when she do it. Now, mind you, she can get sexy.
She can, but she ain't gotta.
She has, and she looks fire, like straight up. But yeah, man, you don't have to. I mean, shoot, she's done Kratos. She's done my boy Sagat. Beastly pictures, by the way. She's done Judge Dredd. I'm talking the whole ensemble. Like, just amazing.
Because at some point, you're no longer like, you're just dressing up as the character, which is kind of the point of like cosplay. The idea of cosplay should be dressing up as the character and getting as close to screen accurate as you possibly can. Because you're dressing up as a comic book character who didn't have to have anybody sew the suit. It's just somebody drew it. It's like we've all seen Final Fantasy characters. They all wear the most unnecessary clothes on the planet.
Yep.
It's it's like that. If you dress up as like Advent Children Cloud and it's accurate, first off, the wig is like gotta be on point. The stupid clothes, like that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for like Cloud with his belly out and his butt cheeks hanging out. Like we don't need a sexy Cloud. It's like, and so you're doing the whole when you're dressing as, because anybody who dresses as Diva from Overwatch, they don't ever dress as like Diva in the mech suit, which they could. No, they dress as the overly sexualized deviant art versions of Diva. They only dress. They only dress as the sex. Dresses again. This is not what this is about. But I am just saying, like, that's where I put you as far as like who you are as a person. You actively sold sex. You are getting paid to be sexy. If you thought that dude, like, first off, for you to be like, hey, let's link up, he probably saw your account and was like, I do believe so. And so, he was going to try to get laid at some point. He was going to roll them dice. But there's also a big chance that you led him to believe it was completely possible long before, and I do mean long before he started trying to get there. You made him think that, yeah, you can totally fuck. Like, you probably, because you know that you didn't show us everything. You know you didn't show us everything. We didn't see what it was like the first time you spoke to him. Like, I could tell you, like, oh yeah, me and Jay met online some years ago, and yeah, everything's been cool since. That is not how we met. It's how we met, but that ain't how we met. Like, oh, that story is long. That is a long and drawn out story. Like, I thought he was a gangbanger when I first met him. Look at it.
Lord.
It's because you were from St. Louis, if I'm being completely honest. just like, I just assumed you were a gangbanger. I really did. Oh, Christ. I remember seeing you on MySpace, and I was like, yeah, that nigga done shot a few folks.
Yikes.
So, that's how white people see us. Now I get it. So yeah, like that's the version of the story that she's never gonna give us. Is like, how did you approach him? And you know what? If we never get that story, she should thank her lucky stars, because that dude done moved the fuck on. Because if he tells his truth, and if he has it's kind of like with Pro Jared when it came out that, oh yeah, he was talking to this underage person and he was sending them dick pics. Supposedly that's what they said. And then after everybody was like, no, I can't believe he did this. This is embarrassing. He should be ashamed of himself. Yada, yada, yada. Like, take all the videos down that got Pro Jared in them. Blah, 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 blah. And then for the accuser to be like, I never said that he sent me dick pics. And like the accuser had to like then go back and let everybody know, I may have embellished a little bit. Things didn't happen the way that I made y'all think they happened. And like everybody was like, oh. Only to find out like that's how come his wife left him. He was cheating on his wife. No, his wife was cheating on him. Like, stop championing people. First, just stop standing up for people you don't know. Just stop it. Wait for the truth to come out. Just wait for it. Just wait for the truth to come out.
Yeah, well, I used to be just like that years upon years ago. Now, damn near when anybody tells me anything, it's like, okay, what did they do?
Yeah, it's two sides to every coin. There's two sides to every coin. That's why, like, if you see a dude out in public yelling at his girlfriend, don't assume that he's just an asshole. For all you know, it's been a whole week of him putting up with her shit. Same with the dude. Him yelling at his girl yelling at him, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, why do men get abused like that? He could be into it. His dick could be rock fucking hard. You don't know. Like, I'm not. Now, you see motherfuckers getting their ass beat in public. Even then, double check yourself. You might not exactly want to just jump in. Because, you know, if a dude beating a woman's ass, you might whoop your ass too. Fuck around, catch that fade right.
Yeah, I mean, if a dude is beating on a woman, and you interfere, you might get dragged away by a tiger. You know?
Yeah. What?
Just mind your business. That's all.
Mind your business.
Well, I wouldn't say that. If getting her ass beat for being
no. That's just from that video from the people that were in the drive-through zoo in China, where they got out of the car in an open freaking tiger cage, and the husband started like beating on the wife, and so the friend went and tried to stop it, and she got dragged away by a tiger and killed. So
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't know that was going to be the end of the sentence. That caught me so off guard and killed. Whoa. All right. That's just not how I thought
she's the one that died in this situation. Husband and wife, just fine.
Oh God. Oh my God. Why am I'm so sorry.
Mind your business. That's all.
I am so fucking sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh at this woman being murdered by a man-eating tiger. But I want to say two things. Why did either of y'all get out the car? Stupid.
The husband and wife, yeah, they got into it, and the wife like tried to leave the car, and the husband was like, "No."
You could have literally just stayed in the car, and one of them might have gotten eaten. But instead, you got dragged away by a wild animal. Holy fucking shit! Oh
Damn,
God,
that sucks.
that is so unfair. Oh, oh man. Oh, my face hurts. Holy nutsack, my face hurts. That is, oh my gosh. You have to like lead that story a little bit next time, because I did not think this was.
No, I prefer natural reactions.
Oh fuck, my back hurts. Got killed by the tiger. What? Oh my gosh, but yeah. What was the last thing I had written down? No, the last thing I had written down was like the thing we talked about at the beginning. Yeah, the race thing just seems to be an extra something in case the audience doesn't hate him yet. No one would ever assume she's a quote unquote brown girl, and even if he was fetishizing her race, why wouldn't he just target a more obviously brown female? Like
also, she probably makes money off of
her race.
Like she fetishizes herself. No,
yeah.
she deals in people's fetishes.
Oh man. Because I mean,
like as a cosplayer, that's who she's playing to.
Yeah, she's playing to like the dudes who don't get laid. Like if I'm being completely honest, because that's how I always saw like dudes who were like nerd guys who were super duper into cosplay. Like yeah, like you're just kind of into the half naked girl because she's the live action version of this thing you probably beat off to all the time. To which personally I think is weird, but do you, I suppose. As long as you do you like quietly and keep your hands to yourself. Because I'm not trying to sit here and say like that like you shouldn't have like if they're gonna do that you ought to go, no, keep your fucking hands to yourself. Like have some fucking self-respect first and foremost. Stop gushing over these women. Like they are literally preying on you. They are the predators. They're trying to take your money. They're trying to make a living out of doing nothing. And it's more important that y'all understand that that's not a living. That is a hustle. Because that shit will dry up as soon as it's kind of like rapping to a degree. There's no 401k in rap. As soon as you're no longer relevant, the money dries up if you don't know how to invest. Like you cannot like stream forever. It's the one thing like I don't understand about YouTubers who claim like, well, this is my livelihood. This is how I make my money. There is no retirement plan here. YouTube is an ever evolving thing. Like as soon and like
that's why Logan and Jake developed the personalities they did, because they realized they needed to up the ante to be able to continue to make money from YouTube.
And like there's like anybody who complains like, well, you know, YouTube, like my subscribers aren't seeing my videos and not like my videos aren't getting as many views, and it's YouTube's fault. Or maybe people just chose not to watch because that's always an option. Like it's not TV. Like yeah, we know every Sunday The Walking Dead AMC from like 9 to 10. We all know that. But this is YouTube. Like you can say like there's unlimited shows on TV. No, there's not. Shows take seasons. They're on for a couple months and they off for a couple months. They always usually on the same channel, usually on the same time. YouTube is not always the same way. Some like you might have to like alter your upload schedule, but there are literally millions of YouTube channels, and some of everybody wants to get into YouTube because everybody assumes that it's free money. You can just make money by making videos. No, you can't. YouTube does not want to give you money. They don't. YouTube wants you to make money from other people who watch YouTube, which is a free platform. It's the dumbest shit on the planet. Like YouTube, Google can pay. It's like if McDonald's allowed you to come in and make your own hamburgers and sell them to people, but they took the money from the people who bought the burgers. And if you wanted money, they'd have to like donate to you directly, which makes no sense. It's like it doesn't make any sense. Like they get a percentage of like, well, you use like Kraft Miracle Whip and this, so we get a percentage from them, advertising outside the building or on the menus. But like you're only going to get paid if the person buying it gives you money directly, instead of us paying you a wage because you're bringing customers into our establishment. Which is why I don't understand like why OnlyFans is a thing, because places like Pornhub and XTube should theoretically work the same way like YouTube should work. If you're gonna get naked and be naked on the internet, you drive traffic to that website, which then gives that website money. They could just give you money based on the amount of like traffic you generate, but they're not gonna do that. So that's why it's not like it's not a career plan. Like it's simply not a career plan. Like YouTube should only ever be used as like a jump off point, but even then there's people constantly joining YouTube trying to become the new thing every minute. Like I've been doing YouTube for what, 3 years now? 3 or 4 years? Shit, I hate it.
You know what that means? It's coming.
What's that?
Your big break.
My day?
Your big break. It's coming.
This might be it. This is a 2 hour.
He's putting in the work.
An hour and some change long. Because if I make it, we all make it. You know what I mean? Like that's how it's gonna be. If I make it, we all make it. Like to be fair, Mark should have been the one who's Mark's white, and he got that ungodly white privilege. It is just magnificent. It's like he should have been the one to made it for us, but he didn't because he didn't have to. Excuse me. Which that's it. Mariah, you suck. Mariah, you're an idiot. Steve,
I'm normally not a bandwagoner, but Mariah, you do suck.
But Steve,
I always champion the woman, but Mariah, you suck.
Yes, he's super champion the woman. And I think the problem is like, as long as cancel culture stays the way it is, the more you do it, cancel culture and the Me Too movement canceled each other out, funnily enough. The Me Too movement meant so much, but when it seemed like everybody had a story to tell, it cheapened every story that came after it. And when it seems like cancel culture is just using its like huge platform to destroy anybody that they seem to not like. Like, because Dave Chappelle did a bit in one of his stand-ups about like, like he's doing an impression of like, if you mess up at any time in the future, like it doesn't matter when it is, if it's now or if it's like 20 years from now, I'm going to reach into your history and find some off-color joke you made 25 years ago. Doesn't matter how old it is. And I'm going to destroy your career. Who is that? As you motherfuckers. Yeah, it's like that. Like it's incredible. Like, cause they're literally like, cause I talked to you, Brill, about like the Jeopardy situation. He what's his name? LeVar Burton wasn't the best guest host.
No, he was not.
The two people.
I have strong opinions on this.
Yes, he does. He does. I didn't watch, so I don't have an opinion. But the two like front runners for guest host, they are being canceled as we speak. They are finding things that the two people that the network wants to use because they were the people that did the best as far as hosting the show goes. The network wants to use them, and the quote unquote like fans are reaching into their history to find fucked up things that these people have said, or like off-color.
What do you mean, Ken Jennings?
Yeah.
Oh, Ken was being canceled as he was airing. That's old news. This other dude, this is new news.
Right. Because they're trying to cancel them. Ken Jennings made a joke that's like an off-color joke. Like all good jokes are off-color to somebody. Like the saddest thing is a hot person in a
Ken. I don't think Ken didn't make the joke.
Yeah, he did.
The person did he?
Tweeted it.
Because I think like the person he works with made the joke.
Well, he tweeted
and he defended it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, if that's what happened, then like
it was guilt by association.
Well. Okay. No. What happened was he tweeted it. He tweeted the words, and if they weren't his original words, and if it was more of a quote, and then him like saying something, this is the definition of why cancel culture is stupid, because they're actively like picking apart. They're selectively remembering what someone said. And like I feel like that's like how we're gonna make it. Is like you remember that episode? This is like years ago. We were playing Mario Tennis. I think about this a lot. We were playing Mario Tennis and we started talking about Karma. And we had talked about how she had left the wrestler. And we started talking about how she left the WWE. And I had a crush on her because I like fat women, and she's a big black girl, and I thought she was cute. And that's just who I am as a person. Fuck you. And you told me that she had got married or that she was with somebody, and then she got pregnant, and then she had lost the baby. Now, I did not, under any circumstance, mean to make the joke I made. Well, I didn't make a joke. I made a statement. And my statement...
God. I already know where it's going.
And my statement was, you get tired of that punk ass baby, and that's not what I meant to say. And me and you both like stopped dead. Cause I was trying to say your punk ass boyfriend. That's what I was trying to say. But I was talking too fast. And we were playing the game.
Oh my God.
And like I remember I said it and you paused the game and looked over at me. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And someone's gonna clip that. Like someone's gonna like dumb faggot ass YouTuber says, fuck your baby. Fuck your dead ass baby. But they ain't even close to what I said.
God.
And then they're gonna find this video where I'm saying "fuck your dad."
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, how could you say that?" And then like I have to like decide like, well, do I ride this or do I prove it like incorrect? Because as soon as I prove it incorrect, they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, never mind, then we don't care." And like, do I? That's like I gotta fuck.
But I feel like there are many other things that were said while we were playing Mario Tennis. That could handle both of us.
Possibly, because I would like to say the Drake Bell video. I do have
that could handle both of us.
I don't, because my audio got lost, but I decided I refused.
Yeah, it don't handle me.
I decided to not get rid of it, so I still have those videos just without my audio, and I have them rendered and saved to my laptop, and I'm gonna put them like on my my normal channel, the channel I use regularly, but they'll just be private because I don't like to get rid of anything. Because the conversation was so good. Like, the conversation was so fucking good. Yeah. Oh, so if anybody's wondering,
basically, I can never run for public office, or if I do, I have to give him exactly what he wants because he's got me by the balls, people. He's got me by the balls.
I could destroy you without trying.
Yeah. My only tactic is to go into the press conference and be like, I said it, but I've changed.
Like, I'm a different man than I was. It's like, we all make mistakes. That's my past. Everybody had it yesterday. And that's what I said yesterday.
Talk up on it.
We have to go. It's been almost 2 hours.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the thing. It's not been like a full 2 hours because like the first 30 minutes was us dealing with that fucking interview.
Yeah,
right. Boy, is this thing good? Is this thing good?
But before we go,
is it on?
But before we go, there's something important that me and you, bro, need to remind y'all. That
always.
Yeah. Although no matter what kind of day you think it is.
At this point, it's with caution. Do it with caution.
Like, oh yeah, right. I kind of forgot. No matter what kind of day you think it is, it's always a good day. Well, it used to be a good day to free Britney. Now it's a good day to just think about free Britney because I'm kind of scared of what she might do when she gets free because she openly admitted that, like, well, I don't want to get out of the conservatorship. I just want my dad off of it. And I was like, oh shit, that's scary as fuck. If the person in the leash is like, no, don't take me off the leash. Just like, I don't want him off the leash. It's like, oh, okay. I'm terrified now. Like, you need to be controlled. Oh shit.
With caution, free Britney. With caution, yeah, take great care.
Good Lord. Yeah. Because she just got an iPad. We'll see how that goes.
So join us next time on Talk Up On It Live. Once again, we attempt to get canceled.
Oh man.
Look, sort of. And I say sort of because even though we said what we felt,
it all made sense.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, tell the people where they can find you.
I'm usually at the house.
At old girl's house, I was sleeping with that ugly dude.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to get some tonight. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if she gonna slide through. Because look, I done made some claims, and I need to see how accurate most of them were. I just need to see if she can fuck. Because if she turns out she can fuck, then yeah, dude was a piece of shit. But if she get up in here and she lay down and just corpse, I'm like, all right, look. I ain't even about to
It's like, hold on. You're stealing my game plan. Like, let's switch this up.
Like I ain't gonna even bother having to wash my dick off.
She just shows up in her. She just shows up in the room like an NPC in a T-pose.
It then clips onto the bed, arms at her side. I was like, man.
Oh my gosh. Nah. But shiz, man. You could
Well, let's talk up on that live. We should do this more.
Oh yeah, Dizz2K7 Gaming, I guess, on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Search hashtag adventure mode, I think, or hashtag Dizz2K7 Gaming, and you should be able to find me, or hashtag versus mode, or hashtag Nightfire. That should get it. That should definitely get it.
You can look for me any damn where. The Big Bad Wolf, THABIGGBADD Wolf.
Or you can just search Dizz2K7
everywhere.
There's a link to everything in my everything.
Yeah,
don't try to find me. Yeah.
From Instagram to Twitch to YouTube.
Don't bother following me on Instagram because I don't post much of anything. I don't leave the house. All of my stuff, all my pictures of stuff in my room. My Twitter is almost completely vacant at this point because
Twitter.
He's a shut-in, children. He is a shut-in.
I am a shut-in. I am an old man who cannot see well and does not drive. So I just stay in the house. I stay in the house. I lean out the window and I yell at the children who ride their bikes too close to the wall.
I'm trying to told you. But yeah, people don't be dumb. Like, and if you are dumb, educate yourself, man.
Oh shit! Before we finish, Mariah, I will say one thing. At least y'all use condoms. At least y'all had common sense enough to use.
Oh my gosh! I was gonna say the one positive from all of this is that it was they were smart. It was safe sex.
Wait.
There's no hate, baby.
As I said it, I realized she never said they used them. She said he had them.
It was an open box.
That could have just meant he already had them.
I don't know if I don't think she's smart enough to like stage the scene. I don't think she's that smart. Like as she was sitting there making her crying video, she would have just pulled out a closed box of condoms, which again,
hold on. He brought the condoms, but he left the condoms. Either your coochie was like,
yeah, he left the box. He left the red vines. He left the condoms. He left the whole CVS bag.
Okay, then yeah, either your pussy was so bad he was just trying to get the fuck up out of there, or he didn't bring either one of them. You had that shit at the house, and like it was just you staged it. Like there's no fucking way. Like, cause like let's be real. If you bought condoms for one reason or another, you bought the condoms. You probably taking them with you. Like, what are the odds? Because, like, I mean, look. Everybody dick ain't the same size.
Dude, we can't go on another 30 minutes. So, You've already said goodbye.
It ain't gonna be 30 minutes. Let them go.
I'm just poking a hole in that because everybody dick ain't the same size. So the odds.
Oh, don't poke a hole in them.
Yeah, don't poke a hole in them. That's illegal, I think. So if you like leave the condoms with her, the odds of her being able to like use them with the next dude, that's like sketchy. It's a little iffy. So if you buy condoms, keep them. They're yours. Now, unless he was under the impression that he was going to come back and fuck again, there's no way he thought that, because if that was the case, he wouldn't have been like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle. Skedaddled. I'm going to go ahead and fuck with her. Like, no. It's like, hey, Like, he didn't, like, you, like, here are the condoms. I'm sad, though. Like, don't confuse this. I'm crying and sad, but also here are the condoms. Just in case y'all don't believe me, here are the condoms, but also here are the condoms while I'm crying. Both of these things are important.
Yes, absolutely. And people get played, yeah. They do.
All the time. And so if you do get played, and you don't get an STD, and you don't end up with an unwanted pregnancy, count your blessings. You got some dick or you got some coochie at the end of it. Even if it wasn't good, you still got some. Which is more than some people can say. Because you willingly gave up the dick. You gave some ass. You gave it away. Nobody took it.
You got played. It happens. It happens. It does. That's if this story was legit what she said. Look, man. Yeah, you got played.
I'm looking
pick yourself
at the
up
box
off the ground and just, I mean, the ugly dude came in there. He waxed it. He waxed and walked, y'all.
You are just doubling down on him being ugly.
He was. He went in there. He waxed. He walked. He came through.
If you do it again, I swear we're kicking you out. Let it go.
So I'm looking. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that sex happened multiple times because
I'm sorry.
This is a large box of condoms.
He's a large box of man.
He has a box of Trojan bear skins, and the box is crumpled.
We out here killing bears just to make condoms? That's unnecessary.
Very unnecessary. That's jacked up, man. That's another talk up on.
That's another episode.
Y'all think this is bad? Nah, man. Them bears don't know no better.
She slept with him multiple times in that night.
Oh no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Like, she kept ouching and ooching. I'm so sorry. She kept ouching and ooching, like he kept losing his erection. And like, it's like once you done unraveled it, you done deflated, like you gotta like take it off and start new. And so you had to pop another one out. Like, all right, here we go again.
Or alternative facts. They filled them up like water balloons and dropped them off the balcony.
And none of this
just proposing it. Just proposing it.
And that is exactly why they never went out. Like, she thought that was a grand old time, and he was like, "This is the dumbest goddamn thing I've ever fucking done.
This is stupid. Like, I'm never doing this again. You gonna do this with me?"
Aim for the PI.
All right, that's the end. That's the end. Join us next time on Talk Up On It Live. I'm ending this broadcast.
Bye, guys.